What's up, everybody? My name is Joshua, and I'm building a startup. I don't want to wait till it's like a couple months or a couple weeks, into the building phase, and then I tell you guys about it. I thought about that part though. Take a couple clips here and there, and then when it's like, it's been a couple weeks that I tell you guys about it. So I don't want to do that. What I want to do rather is actually just document, put the whole thing online. And I'm gonna start this over here, recording good. We gotta do the clap thing. Oops. Okay, I don't want any because I'm currently recording on my iPhone. I'm just put that on silent mode. So what's up, everybody? My name is Joshua and I'm building a startup. Alright, so this is day one of me recording right now, and I haven't done a lot of things. What I've done so far is I'm gonna tell you a little bit, but before I tell you that, I just want to tell you how I got to this point and what's been going on, So I didn't just start right now. I had this idea like a long time ago, but I did nothing about it, literally nothing about it. And before I actually got this idea, I was thinking about what to do because I did a lot of things in the software development industry, and I built web applications for our clients. I worked with teams, home and abroad, and did lots of beautiful things. But I wanted to, go beyond there and actually do something really cool that millions of people would use. So I said to myself, you know what? How about you think of a problem that you can solve in the world today that millions of people are gonna use? And I thought about one. It took a while before I actually thought about that one. All right, it's not that easy to think of a genuine or like a real problem in the world today that doesn't already have, solutions out there. So I just say that it doesn't matter if you've got an idea right now you're working on, you're sitting on, and there's probably an existing solution. You can retailor it, in a different way, repackage it with something different, and people are going to see value in that. Anyways, back to this stage in my life. Yeah, so I thought about the idea. I thought about a couple of ideas, but they'd already been done. Like, it was so saturated, I just couldn't go on with it. And then I thought about can I keep documenting every time whenever something gets to me, whether externally or it's a personal problem that I'm facing. I'm just gonna write it down and reevaluate later. Make research and look through everything I've written and say, okay, which one's good to go with. So I started doing that, documenting any problem that's of any kind of importance. I'll just document it, write it down. And on this day, I just realized one. I'm gonna tell you about it in a little bit. Probably not in this video, in upcoming videos. I thought about one personal problem, and I was like, you know what? I gotta do this. I just gotta do this. I just had it there, and I never started. Literally for years, I never did anything about it. And I was like, you know what? I gotta do something about it. So fast forward to last year, 2025. I started writing a little bit of code, but I just stopped, because I was thinking about this is going to need funding. This is going to need, a lot of funding, because I don't want to do something that I'm only going to be the person using. I want to do something that millions of people are going to use, So I thought about the funding. How am I going to get people to fund this, investors, how am I going to grow this? And I just stopped, but fast forward to 2026, very recently, I just, thought of myself, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. I gotta put my all into this. I gotta put everything on the line and actually pursue this. So what I did, I reached out to someone on LinkedIn. I was like, hey, I've got an idea. Would you like to be a part of it? And she was like, let's talk about it. You know, we jumped in the call, we talked about it. It was quite interesting. She was also interested in it, and I was like super excited because her vibe was just perfect. She had the energy for it, you know, and I was like, okay, let's do this because she's gonna be my co-founder. So I've got a co-founder right now, and we had a couple of things to actually do, but we needed a name. And thinking about the name of startup is quite, you know, it's a lot of work. You know, you think of a name, you go on Google, you search, you see that people are already using that, right? And you're like, okay, what am I gonna do? Now you think of let's say you think of another name, you go on Google, you see that not many people actually, it's not about many people, you don't even want one person to use it, right? So you see that it's not being used. But then you go to either Cloudflare or you go to any provider out there and you search, you try to check for the domain availability, and you just search for it, and you actually realize that it's been acquired and now it's on bid for like $2,000 and stuff like that. So yeah. So we took some time to think about it. We're like, okay, we're gonna come back to this, but we're gonna give ourselves a period of time, like let's say a couple of days to come up with a name. So we came up with different names. It took a while for us to get the name, but right now we have the name, so we're locking in on that, and we already got the domain, got accounts on different social media platforms, you know, just to, you know, own that name, you know, so someone else doesn't take it. You know, so that's what we've done so far, you know. So I'm gonna probably walk us through in another video exactly what I've done, but so far this video is about just the start. You know, I had an idea, I sat on it for years, and I was like, you know what, this year I just gotta start. So I reached out to a co-founder, and she was so pumped for it. She was excited about it. I just loved the energy, you know, and I was excited about it as well. You know, I met the right person to go through this together, and we're gonna be giving you guys updates. So currently right now, we're here to build our websites, you know, just give people a little bit of information about what we're working on, you know, because primarily it's gonna be a mobile app, or there's gonna be a website to give you information about stuff, and then there is also going to be a web app. Okay, but we want to go with the mobile app first because mobile app is actually, you know, mostly used. That's pretty much about it. Nothing to say. I'm gonna keep making more videos, so yeah, like, comment, share the video, and yeah, that's pretty much about it.